Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Star Ladder. Welcome back to the Bets.net Challengers series. We are ready to get into our final elimination match of the day. It's between Singularity and MALCO. Both sides are 0-2 down in the Swiss group, and both sides are at risk of being, well, eliminated in this very match. My name is Switchblade J. I will be your commentator for the evening. And so far, we've seen a couple of teams go home. Remember, Epsilon took on someone else a little earlier on in the day. Can't remember who, because I was literally just balling out of control. It was ClickTech, that's what it was. Yeah, ClickTech out of the tournament. And just one of two teams to be taken out today. The other one will be Singularity or MALCO. And I'll be honest, this looks like a one-sided match to me. I will not lie. I do not have a whole lot of confidence in the underdog upset, but well, earlier on, could have potentially made a bit of a case for me about that upset potential and difficulty to read a team that haven't really got as much experience as someone like Singularity. But I did my research and I found nothing, so I'm not filled with a whole lot of hope here. The map is Mirage. I don't know how MALCO do in terms of their map pool, so we're about to find this out together, as the match looks ready to go live into the 9th round to decide the choice of side. CT is as desirable as usual here on Mirage. Of course, you can see the Bets.net odds on the top of your screen. Currently 85% in the favour of Team Singularity, 15% for MALCO. 6.05 money line. That money line was at like 58 points something earlier today. It was just so far balanced to the Singularity side that, well, just let that speak for its own right. If you do believe that you can pull the upset, then potentially you could be in with some decent winnings today. 6.05 once again is the scoreline on Bets.net. You can place your bets on this match live, as well as at many other matches going on right now in the Counter-Strike world. But for now, we'll jump into this one. It looks like Singularity are going to stick on the CT side for this map. And let me know what your predictions are. Are you going with the Swedes or are you going with the Latvians? It's pistol round to get started right here. The Glock's coming out for the teams. We've got ourselves a HE, a Flash, and a Smoke on Warden. Over on the CT side, Safe is playing Defuse right here with the Smoke. Everybody else has Kevlar. Kind of standard setups of both sides of the utility for the executions of MALCO. And by the looks of things, they're all going to be heading instantly in towards the A side. Yeah, Arcus out towards mid, try and pull up a rotation, maybe even just challenge down that mid position, see if he can take down Rusty, or try set up for a war on two fronts, essentially, between them and the CT side. But the bottom line is still going to be that Smoke that goes down from Warden. Straight in. Rusty will catch off Arcus, but he can't quite find it. The Smoke will go down towards Connector Jungle, but it's a massive gap on that right-hand side. It doesn't matter, there's no CTs there, so the bomb will just get planted for the danger box relatively easily, and no casualties will be taken on the take, but the retake is where that will all change. Rusty gets the first. Whiskers comes right on back, and Warden challenged out towards Palace by one more in Connector. Disciplex taking himself 2-3 shots to kills. Rusty, Benji, and Hugo full Barbar last man left, and Arcus will be able to set up for mid and shut him down. That's MALCO taking the early pistol round on the T side. Three AKs getting brought up now by the T's. The UMP also in play from Nopper. Standard when you do win the pistol round to have the better buy. Singularity won't go quietly though. They're going to go straight in with the force up, and they're going to plan for the A site hit. 3 players are here towards stairs and Connector, and they are expecting right, because MALCO are also making their way slowly up ramp. Not going to waste any time with this one. They have the upper hand, so they will just put their firepower to good use by picking off Hugo to start things off, getting 2 more frags and Safe and Rusty, leaving Barbar and Benji as the last 2 left alive. Barbar, we're creeping up, spots Disciplex, but can't take him down, and Benji on 1 HP. Can't do much more here against Whiskers. Disciplex will take down the last. That's 2-0. Good start. A standard start, as you would expect at the moment, by winning the pistol round. I think the real meat of things is going to come through to the rifle round. For now, though, Singularity will be going fully eco into this one. It's going to be basic pistols, the USPs. Not forcing with anything fancy, no armor, no utility of any particular kind. 3-man stack out towards the B site will be the player right now of Singularity. No, 4-man stack. They've left Barbar back here towards Palace and trying to hold out triple stack, but the truth of the matter is that he was already a dead man. MALCO have hit the A site 3 times so far. Bomb will go down. Not really much the Singularity can do right here. Even Nopper knows this, giving us a nice little 720 spin for celebration. Yeah, this is an eco round. Not much you can really expect out of the CTs from this one. They're just going to get cleaned up, leaving just Rusty as the lone man, peeking out. Whiskers getting himself a double. Nopper getting a little bit of an opportunity to get a little bit of an assist. So there we go, 3-0. And now the buy up, the true fight will come up to be AWP in Benji's hands. 3 M4s for Singularity. And here goes himself the SMG of the server. Well, the AK is coming out for MALCO right now. Gonna put that AWP down towards mid. Benji were holding that one, but look at this. The T-side are gonna hit A once again, and Singularity have not read this. So this was the argument that was being presented to me earlier today about how unpredictable and how difficult it is to read a team like MALCO, haven't got much experience. And you can see Singularity maybe setting up for that right now. Benji has pushed away from mid and now will be covering off the connector cross. Trying to hold anything down, but they will start to push in. Rusty will get the first. Whiskers with a quick trade to a 4 versus 4, and Barber is also here to support, spraying through the smoke, trying to get some good damage, and he does take down Whiskers relatively easily. The bomb will get planted. It's a 4 versus 3 retake, and there's a backstabbing coming from Connector. Arky's going to be able to take down Benji the main orb. 13 HP left for Barber as well. Isn't looking too good here for Singularity. Safe will get 1 frag, but that's all he will find as the Disciplex will shut him down. Keep 2 players alive for MALCO, and a 4-0 start will swing to the favor of the T side. Well, well, well. Maybe unpredictability is the victor in today's matchup. Of course, once again, I will present the odds to you on the top of the screen. I'm not a betting man, but if I was, I would be considering it. Not that you should. Bet very smartly. Bet intelligently. Singularity, it's only early days. For now, they have pistols. Deagle sees at a 5-7 for Rusty. Barber out towards the mid-hold. No AWP, no long-range weapon this time, unless you count Safe Deagle. Even he's out towards Connector, and the utility will just rain through from the T side, making their way up from top mid at the stack. Taking a little bit of damage from teammates as well, as you do. Playing this one carefully. They don't really know what Singularity has got. They could have force bought in this one. They could have half bought in this one. The truth is that you do not know. And so far, Singularity are giving very little away. Now Whiskers will get a decent idea by spotting out Safe. Hugo will also peek up. CZ in his hand. Does take down the Cyplex eventually and get an AK. Now it suddenly gets a little bit more scary for MALCO, considering they have to worry about now not only CT and Connector, but also Palace as well. As Rusty peek up to go for this risk. Not quite. Hugo will still come through, take down Warden. Arkeys comes up. Whiskers with another. Arkeys gets himself a TK, and Barbar just lines them up. Easy, easy. And a little bit of help from MALCO will give Singularity their first. And that is the inexperience now coming to play. We've seen the unreadability. And now we'll see the true talent step up to the plate. Singularity with their first. MALCO with a massive mistake, offering it up to them on a CT plate. And now Singularity will go basically head first in deep. Double up setup out for Safe and Benji. Benji taking that AWP towards mid. I'll be curious if he goes for it again. It looks like he might. Indeed he will. So, first pick, first peek. Smoke will go down, cover him off. Oh, never mind. Rusty will peek out from Connector and take him down to start things off. So, we're anticipating that Sniper Nest push, but in the end, it ends up to the favor. A Singularity, 5-on-4, instantly into round 6. And look at this, they're going to start slow peeking to angles that are going to give Benji an advantage. 2 kills to the Singularity favor. And nothing back for MALCO so far, not even any significant damage. They got Barbar on 99. Not sure how that happened, but I think maybe a falling damage potentially, but right now it is just a minute's sake. And a 3-man push in towards the B site to try and make this work. Hugo's going to spot one. I don't think he spotted the bomb, though. He's going to see the utility and realise, yep, there's people coming, and Barbar's here to support. Takes himself one and the second, and Warden is, well, alone with not much he can do. Drops the bomb back, and the AWP of Benji gets it the double. That's 2-4 to the favour of MALCO. Both players staying alive as well is just peachy right now for the Singularity side. Where they wanted to be. Especially considering that MALCO are currently in pistol hell. 4C's Desert Eagle out to play with at the moment. They do have a little bit of utility that they are going to be using. Rusty will peek out, get a little bit of information backed up by Benji. Rusty will fall, and Benji flips his shot, but the Molotov will take him out no problem, so there are no issues here for Singularity. Eventually, Warden does double down, however. Never mind, I might have to take that back. 1 AK in play for the T side, doing work right now, and Arcus will make it even further. 1v3 now for Hugo XD, who takes down Warden, but gets 1D'd back by MALCO's Deagle. And the Cyplex will end things off for a 5th round on this T side. Singularity getting caught off guard, playing a little bit recklessly, playing a little bit out of bounds here. Is costing them quite a lot that they really can't afford to give away at this point in time. You can see what he's doing to them right now. AWP is out of play. Benji has no option for that. He's taking a Deagle straight down mid. Oh, Rusty will cover off mid from Connector alongside Benji's assistance, but that only leaves A-Site with one to play directly. Oh, God, no. Oh, no. I don't think Singularity are in the hottest of forms right now, guys. I mean, it definitely doesn't look like it to me after that smoke. Arcus also challenging out towards Palace. Is getting some damage, but he's getting traded it right back with a grenade to the feet, essentially. And MALCO now going to start to make their way out into Palace's players, covering this one off all through the smoke. It's Rusty getting the first, but Barbar doubles down of his own accord before he gets traded to a 2 versus 2. AWP at close range from Warden. Takes down Benji, leaving it all on Hugo XD. 1v2. Health advantage of Arcus, so could take him out. Hugo's just biding his time though, slowly moving forward. Spots the first man, Warden, trying to flick around for the other one. Doesn't realise he's out towards Palace, and Arcus is just waiting for it. Hugo doesn't even know where he is, and he runs straight into its spray, essentially. 6-2. Singularity left to just an eco right now. The P250 is the 2 USPs right now, and the Swedes are struggling, and that's just saying the least here. Hugo will put the P250 up. Benji grenaded down in sniper nest. And now Teams will put out a lot of utility to try and deal with this anti-eco right here. Hugo still in a very good spot, so he looks for the first headshot, taps the first, drops the bomb on the second. AK picked up. Warden will be able to trade and connects it on towards the second. Nopper steals it away. Rusty and Safe with the last 2 left alive. Rusty trying to challenge out towards Sniper Nest, and he just can't do anything from here. He goes down, leaving it all on Safe as the lone man left alive. Spots out Warden, denies the bomb plant for a couple of seconds. Safe, there is no way There is just no way. 11 HP on Nopper. Safe only has to land a single bullet. He's being just persuaded away. The AWP eventually picked up. He's trying to get a good flick. But Nopper's creeping around and Safe will land it. Triple kill. And Singularity needed a play like that to bring them back to life on this CT side. Word upon high. How do you measure that one up? Full eco. Hugo started it off. And Safe finished it off with the USP triple. Well, USP double and the AWP finisher, but a triple kill nonetheless. And this puts MALCO in a bit of an awkward spot. They've basically been wearing each other down when it comes to this war of attrition, and it seems like Singularity are finally starting to pull away. Double AWP setup reinvested back into this one on the CT side. Nopper has fallen to start things off. Barber gets Warden down as well. So back to this 3 versus 5 situation. Singularity need this round. They need to try and choke the life out of the T side. Try and put them back on form. Try and put them back in the running. So for not to be though, Aikis takes down Rusty, kicks things off. Benji next up the challenge, but the AWP picks him off. Viscus will spot out Barbar at least, but that gives away this information and the positioning of where he is. And may or may not know where Displex is. That being said, MALCO playing this one oh so carefully. Creeping back into the B apartments. Starting to make their way out towards the B site, and Benji is starting to support it here. Serious contact play from Safe. Very little rotation potential with the second AWP. The first responder to the scene if he goes down. The flashbang is open, and now it's up to Hugo and Benji. Hugo looking out towards the site. He's waiting for the opportunity. He hears footsteps behind him. No, he's going to wait for his bomb plant, lines him up, but Displex takes him down. Benji comes back with one more quick AWP shot. 5 seconds left. He's got to peek through, but Safe with the AWP will save it for Singularity. Low on the timer, and Hugo's presence almost cost MALCO right there. And eventually it was the AWP that cost MALCO. Singularity playing that one to the T there super carefully and super smart. MALCO fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. Although good aim duels from MALCO, almost able to win it out on skill alone. And well, wouldn't that have been interesting? For now, though, it's not going to be interesting. 4 P250s and a Glock for this T side after that very crushing loss in that last round. And finally, Singularity win the war of attrition and reap the rewards for it. Basic eco, free round. Benji still fluffs his shots though, doesn't matter. Barbar is here, ready and willing to support. 3 kills, 4 kills with the USP to chime in onto the last headshot. The 5th round will be on the board for the Swedes. And 1 left to go. For Singularity to even up against the T-side lead. Still got that double AWP in play as well. They've been rocking that one down extremely well. MALCO will set things up back for the A site. Been their most successful site hits so far, especially when they've gone for those executions. And even a half execution seems to catch Singularity off guard. Even then, you know, take a look at this. Safe playing contact. Back from ticket booth. Eventually Rusty does rotate into support from connector stairs. Actually gets himself into sandwich. So they've got the second AWP ready to lock out a crossfire here from Palace and Ramp. Safe spots the first man, shuts him down before the smoke gets out, and other grenades, and all the counter utility will come back through. The T-side desperately trying to do as much damage as they can, but not enough comes out, and no kills amount to anything here for the T-side. They've got to peek out, go towards sandwich. Rusty still takes one down. Warden with a quick trade, and Barber is going to push straight out. Gets the first, but not the second. It's a close range on the smoke. Can't quite find it. Displex just keeping him occupied. Eventually Safe will be able to deal with him, but it leaves a 1-man versus 3 situation for MALCO's Arikis. Smoke on the cross, trying to find anything he can. Oh, taps the head off Hugo. And now looking for Benji as well, but he can't quite get the job done. ends up falling to the AWP. Speaking of AWPs, they are doing pretty decent of their own accord so far. 13 rounds in, 8 frags apiece for the double AWPs. 13 for Barbar, though. He is doing absolutely fantastic so far. For his side, at least. But the rest of Singularity do need to step up around him, though, because they are in a bit of dire straits. Let's remind you that this is an elimination match. Loser of this one is a best of one. Goes completely out. With no chance of coming back. Hugo's going to get a little bit ballsy out towards apartments. Meanwhile, Rusty's going to get traded out as the first frag. Benji looking for a refrag, but it's not going to happen in this case. They're just going to charge out in towards Short, and Barbar's here towards the ladder room. Takes himself 3. Warden's the last man, just behind this wall, and Hugo spotted him. Warden just trying to hide for all he can. Eventually should get shut down very easily. Indeed it is. The burst spray comes in from the CTs. And the CTs take themselves back 7-6 in the lead. So this is where we wanted to be if you are the Swedes. But most certainly didn't want to be under these circumstances. So let's see if they can finish it. MALCO still have 2 rounds to find if they want to bring themselves back in the lead to end off this half on a high. They will start things off okay. Benji down. First frag. Aggression punished by the T side, but vice versa for the CT side. As Irakis is just going to get shut down immediately for just blindly pushing out a palace. Nothing really gained out of that venture. Pretty pointless, to be honest. Like, you know, had no support from his teammates. He just rushed out, tried to get a frag. Didn't gain any advantage, just got shut down immediately. Now 3T's pushing up towards Short. This Plex leading the charge. Spotted out safe, though. Shuts him down. I think he did get the bomb as well. Upper meanwhile on the B side, still going to take down 1. What are you doing, Rusty? Save for collateral toward him because his teammate got in the way. Singularity, what's going on, boys? This is not the form you should be in. 2v2. Save for the triple kill so far. The only man to get frags for the CNT side. Rusty tagged up by the hands of his own teammate. Basically down to his own fault, to be honest. And now they'll start to push up. Rusty looking in. Whiskus watching out from the right-hand side, looking in for that lone CT. Back turn takes him down for 180. Flickers now up to safe. Incendiary on the site. CZ out looking for this low HP player. Just got to get one good spray against him. Using the sound to mask his footsteps, but in the end he just peeks out. Nopper comes in from the left-hand side and takes him down. And out of the action, it's 7-7 as MALCO even up once again against Singularity. With the money problems that both sides have had, it's not going to be a confident buy going in towards this next one. 4 sets of full utility for MALCO. 3 for Singularity. A smoke and a flashbang on Hugo and Benji just to prove the point. So they'll put 2 players towards mid, Benji and Barbar. Well, Benji's going out straight on towards underpass. Actually, this could get very, very interesting. Flashbanged out. This ain't looking good. He gets a dink. He's unable to get much more than that. He gets taken down. Discplex also chimes in on towards safe, shutting down the A-site aggression as well. And Singularity trying to get up in the face of MALCO. They just get punished straight for it. Hugo also tagged up through the danger box. This is not looking good whatsoever. Flashbang over from Discplex, looking in for Benji. Trying to look for anyone here on the A side. He does catch off 1 and the second. Leaving it all on Rusty here towards Dark. Trying to see if they can just drop down and take him out. And MALCO will end off on a high, an 8-7 scoreline. And I must admit, I am kind of impressed. I came into this match with very low expectations when it comes to MALCO. Very little information to go off. I really didn't know what to expect. I was expecting Singularity should take this one very, very easily, but no. This T side has shown up relatively well here for them. So now, let's see if I can carry that onto their CT side. As the pistol round for the second half is ready to get started. Singularity lost this one the last time. It was MALCO that won it. Singularity will just waste no time and towards this double utility setup. No armor, but, well, plenty of opportunities to blind off and just quick peek frag players on this site here. Chris is going to get taken down immediately. Nopper also traded. Whiskers getting one frag back on Hugo. 3 versus 3 situation, but Benji with a nice shot to shut down Ward and picks the bomb back up and is going to plant it safe. Discplex and Whiskers both coming in from short, trying to see if they can find anything. Insane shot for the smoke apparently is what we missed, but Whiskers got an even more insane shot by flicking onto Rusty's head. Barbar out towards Palace. Whiskers exposes himself and Barbar peeks. Perfect timing. Now looking for Discplex as the last man spotted, tapped off the first time. They know exactly how to deal with this one. 2v1, not really much of a chance for him to win this one. Then we'll just look to double peek him. Actually, no, they'll offer him the 1v1. This is not where you want to be now. Benji in serious danger. Discplex only hasn't got a defuse kit now, so he's got to work quickly, and that's the only real advantage that he has. He doesn't even realize that he's got it. Tapped head. Benji gets a triple, and just about holds onto the round for Singularity. 8-8. They even it up once again. And looking likely to take this scoreline lead back away from the CT side. The Singularity will play a lot more for building up the money this time around. 4 SMGs, 2 MAC-10s, 2 UMPs, 1 AK. Look at the counter aggression coming back from the CT side. They've got one man pushed up aggressive and they don't even realize this. They'll spray manically to try and deal with him. Irakis is going to get shut down to 7 HP for it, but they have all the information they need. The retake is already underway from MALCO. 4 players from CT and Market. Trying to set something up to try and take down someone here from Singularity. They're holding very, very weak across the board here. So when the push comes out, the T's are trying to escape the bomb site. They're just going to meet, well, peppering resistance. They might take down 1 player or 2. And not a whole lot right here. Actually, they are taking down players. Warden gets himself 2 frags. And Nopper looks in for the 3rd. They're doing damage. They've dropped the rifle. The 2 MAC-10s left in play. Barbar and Hugo do manage to get out of dodge and out of the explosion radius just in time. But seriously lost investment from Singularity. Yeah, it's just SMGs, but it's not just that. It's the armor and the utility. MALCO taking every little inch that they can, and they'll be happy with that. Only pistols in that last round. 4 players stay alive, and they still don't have to invest into armor or pistols or much utility for that matter. And they can still have a decent showing in towards this next one against Singularity's 3 AKs and reinvested MAC-10. They will make this one much quicker than before, though. Already, Barbar is looking out to try and take down some players. Free core of Singularity will push up together now. Benji, first man in. Hugo backing him up, and 1 man. Barbar straight on towards the site. Irakis is going to go down. 4 versus 4. He does take 1 man with him, but Barbar also peeks out and takes down Whiskers here in Market. Discplex, Nopper and Warden, not really much that they can do. Again, this is an eco round. Just those saved rifles, oh, sorry, those saved pistols and the armor from the last round is all they had to work with. Managed to make some meat of it, at the very least, taking down Benji. That's just 1 MAC-10 that they've lost on Singularity. Nothing they'll be sweating, not this time around at least. We go up 10-8 in the map. Singularity take the lead back away from MALCO, a lead that's been, well, long denied to them so far this match. 5 M4s coming into play here for the CT side. Singularity looking like they're going to pull a fake almost. Well, no, it can't be a fake. They have to go straight in towards the A site because their presence over at B have just been destroyed. Irakis will get taken down eventually, so Baba will re-establish it. But looked like initially they were going to go for an execution set in towards the A site and then just run straight back in towards B. That's why they had Hugo up towards apartments. You know, just a quick smoke flash away in. And then rush straight out of the apartments, pull a quick rotation from MALCO. And put the bomb back in contention for a B-site plant, but no, that has been foiled. They're going to go for a much more default style play. 1 man towards mid. Still 3 here towards the A ramp, and they will put the utility back out. Except Rusty's going to commit to this one. 1 man flashed out in the open. Whiskers down, does get a dink on his way out, but that's still a man advantage to Team Singularity. Just need to look towards Dark and find Warden. As the T-side just push up Molotovs to flush out positions, but they only need to worry about 1. He's in Palace, and now he's dead. Rusty doubles down for the double kill. And Displex also spotted out by Benji from far ranges. Easy as for Singularity. Just methodical. Take your time, pick them apart, and find yourself an 11th round against MALCO. Lose a couple of players and low HP, but stay alive. They keep their armor, keep their weapons. MALCO are forced once back to an eco quasi if you must. 4 rounds of loss bonus, full investment in the last round. CZ's the Eagles out to play with as a result. They will get overly aggressive to try and find something, try and lock something out, but they're just going to get met with AKs and bullets to the brain. As Displex will find out relatively easily there. Try that in towards Palace, dead in an instant. Whiskers will be able to get 1, almost gets the 2nd, dinks down Benji at least, so that's something to work with. They've got to really make this work, and they've just got to run with it straight to the hills, and they're just not being able to do so on MALCO. 1v3 as Warden's teammates fall all around him. He's just left to try and pick up a bit of damage at least on Rusty, and he will find that much. And next up is Hugo. Will Warden be able to win this 1v1 against him? Oh, he realises where safe is. This will be a 3k clutch for whoever wins this one out. Will it be Hugo with the AK or Warden with the Deagle? He expects it to be behind danger. Little does he know that he is actually there. Hugo's not reacting, and they're playing Ring of Rosies. Who's going to win it out, though? Warden trying to peek into the right, trying to peek into the left. Eventually makes himself heard, and Hugo will punish him for it. That's 12 on the board for Singularity. Max loss bonus now for the CT side. They will invest into this one, but they need to win a round now, else Singularity are in serious danger of putting this one to bed relatively easily. 12-8. Next one will be 13. Eco round 14. Buy up 15. Force by 16. Desperately need to find the way to break Singularity now, else it's going to be all over for them. And already Whiskers caught out in mid. Dilly-daddling around, will get taken down. Displex will take out safe at least, but he doubles dips back in for more and gets punished for it. Benji shutting him down. And safe questioning that one of his own accord. Warden taken down as well as the push comes in towards the B site. Irakis will take down Barbar at least. The rotation's coming back in towards B. I'll be honest, I think they can take them now before Benji even gets here. 50 seconds will be left. Hugo and Rusty locking this one out. They're trying to see if they can find a position here on the apartments, but in the end, Benji plants for default. And Irakis tries to set up for the short take. Opposite also towards Market, trying to hold some sort of presence from the CTs here from this CT side of the map, but it will not come to fruition just yet. They're going to move quick. They've only got one defuse kit. Irakis goes down. Nopper is in deep trouble. And they're not moving. Are they looking for exits? Yeah, they're going to look for exits. They do not feel confident in this one. 13-8 will be the score for Singularity. Can Irakis get anything done here? Yes, he can. Takes Rusty, takes Benji, looking for Hugo. Not quite the AWP. Quick scopes and shots it down. And Hugo will stay alive against MALCO's exit frag offensive. Singularity losing 4 players, but they have enough to reinvest. They won't have enough on the next round, though, so they do need to take this one. Not to lose out against MALCO. But for MALCO, this is an opportunity that opens up. Damage done. Round now to reset the economy of Singularity. Start rolling on your own ecos in 3 rounds. They are going to take a bit more of an unorthodox, aggressive mid play for it, but will it work out is a true question. Whisker's already got himself out behind the stack, trying to get some grenade damage, and does dude went Benji for 54, so not completely fruitless, but they want a little bit more in my opinion. I think they need a frag out towards mid more than anything else, and they just can't afford to let their form slip anywhere else on the map. They have mid control. That doesn't mean that A is completely immune to attack, as Warden and Nopper will find out. Nopper down first, Warden on the rotation, gets caught off by Barbarian Connector, and at this point, what can MALCO really do? A-side control is already to the favor of the Swedes. It's a 5 versus 3. Bomb will get planted. And all they're doing is just locking out all the angles as appropriate, slowly double peeking it into this one. Looking for players like Discplex, so they expect to be just around the corner. And indeed he is. Barbar takes him down. 1v1, won so easily by Singularity. And Irakis and Whiskus, well, they will get 1 frag, but that's all they will find as the trade comes back from Safe and Whiskus. Well out of position, well out of time, well out of chances. We'll have to concede a 14th round back to the Swedes. And MALCO are not looking too hot here. Showed a little bit of promise in that first half, but now it's all but fallen to pieces. 14 rounds left on the board. 8 for MALCO to make up to win this one still. 6 rounds to equalize, and you can see exactly where they stand right now. At least for the players, they're performing on a consistent level. You know, they are keeping within their general ranges. 19, 18, 17, 11. Meanwhile, on Singularity, Barbar's just going absolutely ham, 22. Backed up by his teammate, Shaw. That's all you really needed for Singularity. Let your star player go huge and let everybody else support him. And you'll have no problems getting through tonight. As MALCO are discovering basically the hard way at this point. Force Bite out for this next round. Last chance really, Saloon. Hugo Safe and Rusty will now start to peek up. Nopper is here. What are you doing? Come on, there we are. Takes down one with Erika's favor, but Safe comes right back and takes him out of the action with a 2K. Bomb will get planted. Discplex shut down all the same. Moving it up to MALCO in these 2-player scenario to just run and save it again. What can you do if you're the CT side? Like, you know, what options are available? There really are none, to be honest. Warden will try and peek up, gets shut down towards short. And Whiskus is just left alone to cry back in the CT spawn. And cry he will be doing, because it's looking like his team is going out of the tournament early. 0-3 in the worst possible position that you could be at in the Swiss group stage. Not a single round on this CT side either. A disappointing end to what looked like such a promising start from a relatively unknown team who I initially wrote off so quickly, and they were so quick to prove me wrong, but now Singularity are so quick to prove me right now as they just make their way quickly in. Rusty takes down 2. Displex comes back with 2 more at the very least, but Barbar also chimes right back, leaving it all on, well, Hugo. And Barbar up against Noppo and Whiskas now just suddenly the last man left alive here for the CT side. 1v2 to clutch it out. Can he do it? Up against the Orc, but close range. The answer to that question will be a big fat no. Singularity stay alive in the group. They've got a lot of ground to make back up. They are now 1-2 overall, but that's still much better than their opponents at the moment. MALCO are down and out and will no longer be competing in the Bet.net Challenger Series. So that's going to be it from us here at Star Ladder. Thank you very much for joining us. If you did enjoy tonight's casting, then you can hit the exclamation mark caster command, and you can find out all my information, and particularly my Twitter. But also feel free to follow this channel. Keep your eye out for more tournament action coming through from many of us here at Star Ladder, and of course from everyone here this evening. Thank you very much for joining us, and hopefully have a few more epic